So my title is basically anything. Don't worry, you'll know what it means at the end of the presentation. So, this is the kanji for the word crisis. The character on the left represents danger, and the one on the right represents opportunity. But before I talk about this, I would like everyone in here to imagine themselves being at the absolute bottom of their lives. You feel lost. You feel like everything is over. You are at the end of your life. And now, someone walks into your life. And this person sheds a light into your life full of darkness and gives you the chance to overcome this horrible situation you are facing. Now, isn't it natural for us to consider this person as a hero? Going back to the kanji, we often face difficulties, but when we face a crisis and an opportunity is given to overcome that difficulty, we see that as a hero. I was locked out of hope, and she opened the door. Was said by a teenager who was suffering from drug addiction. It wasn't until he met a mental health worker. He said he would have faced one of the three outcomes: jail, institution, or death. She was able to guide him through this situation. And without her, he wouldn't have recovered from his struggles. And he truly considers her as a hero. And although this seems like a typical example for us, for him, this was a life-changing event. His life was turned upside down. If she wasn't there, the opportunity of meeting her gave him the courage to overcome this situation. And even though she doesn't even have special powers, for him, she was a true hero. The next person I would like to introduce is a man who was working at the World Trade Center during 9/11. No words can express how he must have felt like when those airplanes crashed in his workplace, at his workplace. And on top of all this, he was blind. He had to rely on his assistant dog, Russell. And as the quote says, "I would not be alive today if it weren't for Russell." He thought his life was over. But his assistant dog was able to safely guide him towards the exit. She basically saved his life. And for him, she was a hero. Now, she's just a dog. How can she even be a hero? We often think heroes have to be people who are courageous, people who have special powers. But for him, she was the one that saved him and that he considered her as a hero. Lastly, this quote: "I would consider myself my own hero because I would see what I've gone through and do better than before." Was said by a girl who struggled through her entire school days because she was bullied. She had no one beside her, not even her parents. Now imagine how she must have felt like. How many times she considered to end her life. How many times she considered that her life was worthless. It wasn't even her mom that saved her, not even her friends, but it was her. She was the one that decided that she was going to help herself out to guide through this situation. she considers herself as a hero. Now this goes against all stereotypes. We often imagine that heroes have to be a historical figure or someone who changed the world, someone who stepped out of their comfort zone. But the reality is, it could be anything. When we think about it, even criminals can be seen as heroes for some people. And we often don't realize that it's actually something simple when we think about it. But one more thing that we don't realize often is that we actually may be heroes too. Without any intention, we may have actually helped someone, saved someone from the absolute bottom of their lives. So, you actually may be heroes too, without even noticing. Thank you.